So because I'm in the conference, there's so many amazing people that I've met. So I'm trying to interview a few of them to learn a little bit more about their story, what Bitcoin means to them, how it's changed their life daily, and why you need to learn more about Bitcoin. So I have here with me, if you want to briefly introduce yourself.
I'm Chris. I run SEEDOR, and we are in beautiful Madeira.
So for those that don't know what SEEDOR is, can you
it's a steel wallet business. So we help you secure your recovery seed phrase on stainless steel. So it's fireproof, corrosion resistant.
So for people that usually say oh, Bitcoin is not secure, how do I secure my money?
Yeah, you have your Bitcoin in self-custody. If you leave them on an exchange, you always, FTX went broke, your Bitcoin were gone. You take them on your hardware signer, and then electronics can break, so that you have a backup of your seed phrase on paper and maybe on steel, and that's what we provide, a tool for that.
Okay, so I guess I'll put a link on the description for people to learn more about your company.
Plug. Look down below.
Click it below, share, subscribe, right? So I asked this question to a lot of people, but what made you, or how do you hear about Bitcoin? What made you get into Bitcoin?
So really early on, a friend of mine, I studied mechanical engineering at a university, and they were all these technical dudes, and I was introduced to it and I didn't get it, and I got a bunch for free because back then you could click a button, generate Bitcoin, and you receive them. And I blew them all away. Had I known what would happen, I would not have done that.
What did you buy?
I bought a graphics card in 2011.
Okay.
But yeah, I still have that. It's a very expensive graphics card nowadays. But yeah, I dabbled then with all the different altcoins, 2014, 2017. I did all these things. But
what year was that?
I found it in 2014 till 2017, 2018.
Okay.
I found the light 2018 where I've only owned Bitcoin nowadays. And yeah, that's the
So
currency
how is
I
it
save.
changing your life daily? Since you basically started, basically everything's about Bitcoin now, right? In your mindset, in your business. So how is that changing your life daily?
Daily, it makes me more calm. I save my work in Bitcoin because it's an ultimate scarce good, and I know there won't ever be any more of that. And there's so many people that have the Bitcoin mind virus, and it's useful as a tool as well because I do business internationally. I pay people in Australia, I pay people in Canada, and if you ever done a telegraphic transfer, you pay $45 in fees and you wait 3 working days, and maybe if there's a weekend, it's 5 days. And with Bitcoin, you can just instantly, it's settled. You send cash basically online, and that's just an improvement.
So you feel calm more about the future, right? So
yes.
The more inflation we have, the more calmer you are?
Yes, I try to orange pill as many people as possible. I show them the gangway onto the arc,
Yeah.
Here you can save your work, because I think we're heading towards a recession. We're heading towards a crisis where a lot of countries, their currency will fail. You see I think in 35 countries now, Bitcoin is back to an all-time high. In some countries it never left, like in the Turkish lira compared to Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And yeah, with Bitcoin, the first time in
Albanian,
history,
so we still have the lek. We don't even have euros.
Yeah, it's the first time that you can even save a tiny bit. Whereas if you were to save for, let's say, in gold or something, you would not even get the proper gold spot price until you reach an ounce. You can't buy 1 gram, you have to pay a premium of 30%. Whereas with Bitcoin, you can buy 10 euros of Bitcoin. Depending on where you live, that might be a lot of money.
But also if I'm, let's say, moving countries, I'm not going to just carry my luggage on my gold,
yes,
right? And I cannot just take all my money one day and go to another country because it requires so many fees, so many processes. I can go to the bank today, and sometimes I've asked them $8,000, when we're about to go to vacation, and they tell me oh, you have to make a request and wait a week. I'm it's $8,000.
Is it not my money?
It's $8,000. What do you mean wait a week or wait a couple days, make a request?
Yeah.
What if I want to let's say I have an emergency and I need $100,000 to do this, let's say surgery, and it's today or never, right? I'm going to wait for days for me to do that and pay for it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit challenging. So that's why I'm learning more. And my audience is usually entrepreneurs, small business owners or CEOs, but also other people that are just trying to open a business and grow careerly. And still some of them are very skeptical of the whole Bitcoin because I think they still see it as trading.
Yes.
They compare it to the other crypto currency, all the other cryptos out there, and they're it's just up and down. It's just casino money.
Yes.
What do you tell them?
I get that skepticism because it's such a new concept. Because if I were what is Bitcoin, most people don't even know what money is. And then we have to stress the point, Bitcoin is different from cryptocurrencies because of the way it was created, the inception, and how it is used. cryptocurrencies, they're a gamble. Bitcoin is simply just a way to save your work. And every business, I believe, should have Bitcoin on the balance sheet, just because it is something that just will increase in value over time. Everything else is like a melting ice cube.
True, and before I've accepted sometimes like payments from my customers on crypto, and it's literally on the balance sheet is like as any other income. Sometimes like they're skeptical because they feel like, oh, like, and it's actually normal as long as you're keeping like in your taxes
You
and
have to keep track,
your income,
you
you keep
taxes,
track,
yes.
right? Like, or if you sell it one day, it has more value, that's still profit, right? But I think people sometimes because of the unknown,
Yes.
they're more likely to be like, oh, no. Like sometimes when you tell people about AI, they're like, I don't know what it is. I'm like, well, did you Google anything about AI?
Yes.
Like how you can change your company or automate it? So, well, I really appreciate your time. And for more information about Chris and his company, you'll check the link below, and we'll see you for the next interviewer.